Hey, it's been a while. It is post-competition. I'm still working on getting that video out, but just thought I'd get back into the groove of things. We are officially back to bulk. I'm excited because I'm gonna spend the next year probably, maybe more, putting on as much size as I can because I wanna come in at my weight cap. I know I spent a lot of time from then and now with the posting, so you guys are pretty out of the loop. I'm gonna post a video that should catch you up on a lot of stuff, and that should be out soon. But until then, I'm kind of just gonna get back into the daily vlogging or whatever it's called, I don't know. But I just wanted to get back into it because I wanna document this bulk. I wanna document the process from this last show to my next show. I really want you guys to be there with along the journey with me and see how much progress I can make like you did before. We came in, we took 3rd and 4th place at my first competition ever. I coached myself with everything. I didn't have a coach for anything. And I did not come in lean enough. I think I could have placed a little better if I did, but we live and we learn. And I consciously made the decision not to have a coach because I want to learn from my failings and my errors on my own. I want to learn to understand myself and this whole process without basically copying somebody who knows more than me. And then when I really need the help, like maybe this next cutting phase, I will try to get a coach or something if I think it's necessary. Have a second opinion, second set of eyes, second set of someone to keep myself accountable to. But I'm happy with the progress we made in the last show, and I'm excited to try and put on more muscle and get closer to my weight cap. I was around 20 pounds under it, and I think that 20 pounds could make the difference between amateur and pro. So I don't think I know, so I'm excited. Anyways, I'm gonna try and be more consistent, use this to hold myself accountable both in the gym and at home and online with my whole spiel. So that being said, today is a chest day. I'm gonna hit some chest and triceps. And yeah. I'm gonna give it a try. It's been a fucking minute since I've tried the hundreds. All right, those were my 2 sets of incline dumbbell. First exercise, that felt really good. I'm gonna move on to, I think, some cable presses. All right, second exercise. I really hope this audio is not fucked up. We are doing the free motion chest cable press. I'm gonna make sure, it's more like a fly press, where I come back in more of like a fly, and then I press. Ooh, the burn is unreal. Ooh. Well, this should be better. I think you guys will be able to hear me a little better. I just did my first set. You know, I made a video about this on Instagram and TikTok, but this last few weeks, ever since the competition ended, and even before the competition, I lacked a sense of urgency and responsibilities. I lacked motivation and dedication. I lacked a sense of needing to take advantage of the time that I have now. I was just kind of going through the motions, you know, doom scrolling, procrastinating, finding excuses to, you know, like, oh, well, I need a nap. I didn't get enough sleep. I woke up and couldn't get back to bed, so now I need to sleep, take a nap now, or play video games because I did all the things I thought I needed to do that day. And really, like, most of the time, you're never doing all that you can. You're never trying your best. You're never doing the most that you have the opportunity to do. And the only time that you do is when it's last second, when you feel like you're running out of time, it's your last chance, or that there's going to be repercussions if you don't get it done. And I'm tired of feeling like that. I'm tired of feeling like, you know, I'm not dying to live, I'm just living to die. And so not only am I starting the YouTube back up because I want to, but because I feel like I need to. My dream is to make money and a living doing what I love, and fitness, working out, training, bodybuilding, it's what I love doing. And the only way I'm ever gonna make anything out of it is if I either start doing coaching or create a personal brand by doing YouTube and Instagram and all that stuff. And I don't like social media. I don't like YouTube. I like watching it. I'm more of a consumer than a producer, but that has to change if I want to make this my life for good. You know, I don't want to work a 9 to 5 while trying to support my passions. I want to chase my dream 100% for the rest of my life. It doesn't matter if I make it to where I want to go. At least then I'll die knowing that I chased my dream. You know, most people spend their lives living in one, you know, distracting themselves, you know, daydreaming of what could be or what they wish was, while living a life of regret. You know, they're living in a dream instead of chasing their dream. And I'd rather spend the rest of my life chasing mine than living in one that isn't real. So that's kind of why I started this YouTube page back up, to hold myself accountable, to give myself dedication, motivation, a sense of urgency, but to have something that I can look at to hold myself accountable, and hopefully eventually thousands of people to hold me accountable. And yeah. Whew. I haven't done weighted dips in a while. That felt good. Oh, really good stretch. I need to do those more often for sure for that lower pack. Set number 2. All right, we're on pec deck flies for our last chest movement before we get into our final exercise, which will be overhead tricep cable extensions. I'm gonna do 3 sets of this. Since it's very isolated, it's a fly movement, I'm super pumped. So I think 3 sets will be perfect to finish off this chest day. All right, one more set. And then we'll go do a little posing before the pump dips out, and we'll do some triceps. I like that plan. All right, that was the last set. We're gonna move on to some tricep overhead cable extensions. But right before we do that, we're gonna go check the pump. All right, we are on last exercise, doing some cable rope overhead tricep extensions. I'm gonna do 3 sets of this and call it good. The only reason I'm doing one exercise is because I will have a dedicated arm day later on in the week. So this is just get a little more volume into them, because arms are one of those muscle groups that can take a lot more volume and to failure on each set compared to other muscle groups. And it depends on the person. Like my legs do not need a lot of volume to get destroyed, but my arms need a lot of volume and intensity. And even still, they'll be fine in like a day, 2 days later, they'll feel fine. So maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm not pushing them hard enough. I can't imagine how that's possible, but we'll find out. That felt good.